Hello everyone, my name is Devdakshin Kumar Patel and today I am going to be solving question number 1859 of LeetCode, that is sorting the sentence. So in this question, we are giving a string in which the words of the sentences are all jumbled up, and our task is to rearrange those words according to the position given with it. So if we look at this example, we are given a sentence with jumbled words, but after each word, the actual position of the word is specified. For example, the position of this should be 1, is should be 2, a should be 3, and sentence should be 4. So after rearranging, the sentence would be this is a sentence. If you look at the second example, the position of me should be 1, myself should be 2, I should be 4, and n should be 3. So after rearranging, the sentence should be me, myself, and I. So now let's try to solve this question. So first of all, we are going to need the length of the string. After that, we are going to need a variable to iterate through this string. And first of all, our task should be to find the number of spaces in this sentence. So for that, we are going to need a variable in which the number of spaces should be stored, and we are going to run a while loop till I is less than length. And in this, if s of I is equals to space, we are going to add 1 to the spaces variable. Now after this loop will be completed, we will be having the total number of spaces in this sentence, and now we need to make sure the I is brought back to 0 because we are going to use that again for iteration. But before that, we are going to need a vector of string. Let's say its name is sentence, and we are going to need that of length spaces plus 1, and let's keep its initial value to be an empty string. Now we are going to need a nested while loop to solve this question. The first the parent loop will run till I is less than length, and the child loop will run till I is less than length, and um, not is digit s of I. So isdigit is an inbuilt method which will tell if the character given to it is a digit or not. So if it's not a digit, we are going to add the character to a random variable and store it into the sentence vector. So first we are going to need a temporary variable of string data type. Once we have that, we can add the non-digit characters into this variable. Now, if we look at the first example, this inner loop will stop once the I reaches at 2. Now at 2, it will be a digit and the loop will run, and we will get the position of that word. So first we need to get the position is equal to s of I. Now if I will write the data type is int, it will give the ASCII value of the position. For example, since it is 2, it will give the ASCII value to this position variable. So to get the actual position, we need to subtract it from the ASCII value of 0. So for example, the ASCII value of 0 is 48 and ASCII value of 2 is 50. So it will subtract 50 minus 48, and we will get 2, that is the actual position of that word. And now we will just put the word in that position. After that, we will iterate it once again. Now if we look at the sentence, if the word is not at the last, it will have a space in front of it, but if the word is at the last, the iteration should just stop. So we are going to need a condition, that is if I is less than length and s of I equals to space, then we need to add I one more time. So after this whole loop will run, we will get a vector with all the words of the sentence in its correct position. So now our final task is to get a resultant string and add all of the words in that string and return it. But before that, we this vector will carry all the words but not the spaces. So for that we are going to need another variable, that is spaces added. Now we are going to run a for loop for each of the values of sentence. Now we are going to add each of these into the resultant string. Now we need to make sure that if spaces added variable is less than the actual spaces, if the condition is true, we need to add a space to the resultant string and just add spaces added with 1, increment it with 1. So this will make sure that a space is added after every word except the last word. So now we will just return the resultant string. As you can see, both of the given test cases are passed. So now we can just submit this question. And after submission, as you can see, we have passed all the test cases and the runtime was 0 ms and it took 8.66 MB of memory. So this was it from my side. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.